Now, one of the influencer in the automotive sector in China highlighted something very important, and this is something of saying, oh, he was talking to the Nio CEO to say, look, Nio is most definitely leading the industry of the fast-growing new energy vehicle market, and this, he mentioned that, or he made an example with the LiDAR sensor that is on top of each and every Nio car, and he said this was started by Nio, or Nio was the one that initiated the LiDAR sensors on the center or on the top center of the roof, and now everyone is introducing LiDAR. I think recently it was Leodo who just also joined and want to put, or on their upcoming models they'll be having LiDAR sensors at the top of the car, which this is very, very important, because this is the technology that, like this top influencer is saying, it was initiated by Nio. And this just means that the technology, I mean, Nio, it is the company which, I must say, honestly, their technology is top tier. I mean, some of the few business analysts or consultants in China, this is what they've also been saying, to say that, look, if Nio is to succeed, the Nio CEO will go down as the top CEO ever. Better than BYD CEO, better than Xiaomi CEO. This is what some of the big consultants are saying, to say that if Nio is to succeed, and by succeeding they mean if Nio is to get to profitability, right? Because once Nio get to profitability, what else will they be chasing except maybe to remain or to stay profitable or growing in terms of profitability? He said once Nio get to that point, the CEO of Nio will go down as the best top CEO in the automotive industry in China, which is something that is great, something that is pretty exciting. So him or this influencer, top influencer, coming to say this stuff, it tells us, or it speaks volumes about Nio. It speaks volumes about where Nio is and where it is headed, which is something that is great, something that is very, very exciting. So I am happy, man, to hear this. So it's always good to see this kind of recognition coming from Nio, by more people starting to see that, look, in the fast growing EV space, when it comes to technology, no EV maker can compete with Nio. And it's not just only in China. When it comes to the fast growing EV space globally, in terms of technology, no EV maker out there can compete with Nio. In fact, if Nio is able to do this well in terms of their technology in China, I mean, China, that's where the fierce competition is. Those, your Rivian, your Lucid, that are still selling in, obviously, in US, they have not really faced the heat, or the serious heat that is being faced by Tesla in China right now. I think to really test their strength of their products, to test their competitiveness, they need to take their cars to China, right? And if they can survive and do well there, then that would mean that then their products are top-notch. But until they get there, we still don't know, because there's not much fierce competition happening in the United States of America in terms of the fast-growing EV space, as far as I know. So Nio being recognized as the top tech EV company in China speaks volumes, and it tells us, or shows us, not only where Nio is right now, but where it's also headed, which is something that obviously we look forward to. So yeah, man, I just thought I'd come and give you this quick update. I know share price wise, Nio might not be doing the most. I mean, one of the things that tanked the entire market yesterday, it's obviously the 25% increase tariff that Donald Trump imposed on all of the cars that are not being produced in the US, which is something that obviously it's not good. I mean, tariffs are not good because they are not also long-term solutions. They don't bring long-term solutions, because things, even to the local producers, they end up increasing their price due to demand, right? Which it goes back to the prices that obviously they announced, which usually takes the price back to maybe where those cars that are produced outside are being sold at. Yeah, man, this is what we are seeing. This is what we saw coming from China, right? This top influencer was talking with the Nio CEO, and he was talking about how Nio has been doing so great. Battery swapping stations, I mean, ET9, active suspension, ET9, how it is able to adjust itself. This, in case of an impact on an accident, how the car is able to control itself in a case of emergency. I mean, this is something that is just incredible, and it tells or it speaks volumes on where Nio now is at as compared to the other EV makers, which this is very, very important. This is something that is great, and it makes me want to load the boat. So yeah, man, I am very happy. I am very excited. Blue sky is coming. Long term will win. Those that are persevering will most definitely be rewarded with time. What will make any company in the fast growing EV space to survive this competition in China, as said by the Nio CEO, is the technology in the car and the after sales services. He said these two things are very important, and with technology and after sales services, we know that Nio is up there. It's just that for the Nio main brand, we all know that it's not many people that can afford the Nio main brand cars, and therefore that is part of the reason why you will not see Nio maybe selling that much, because their cars are not that cheap. Onvo Firefly, hopefully this is where we get a lot of sales. In fact, Onvo is expected to sell more than Nio because of its price, right? Which also shows us that indeed it is because of price that Nio maybe might not be able to sell maybe 40,000 cars under the Nio main brand, because their cars are not that cheap. But anyways, I thought I'd give you this quick update. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I will see you on the next one, and God bless you all.
现在这个瞭望塔式的激光雷达，我记得早期在 ET7当时我提的时候还有点争议，大家觉得脑袋为什么突出一块呢？
那就其实也就是在3年前的事，2年多前的事。
现在大家觉得这东西已经是小潮流了，
也是这个潮流，
对对，甚至有没有的车还有专门往贴的，
专门